little good morning run to get the blood flowing, am I right? Today, I'm taking you through a day in my life through the iPhone 17 Pro. Well, not through it, but like, I'm using the phone and you're going through a day in my life while I use the phone. So in case you haven't decided, I'm gonna be talking about a few things that a lot of other people are talking about, and then a few things that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about. But yes, the main ones are going to be the camera, battery, performance. I was out with this phone for a good 30 minutes, and while I was out on my run, I had my AirPods connected, I used the camera, and I also connected to my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And with all of that, my phone's now at 94%. Today's the first day that I ran with this phone. All the other mornings when I'm not doing all of that and not accessing my camera and not listening with AirPods, my phone's usually at 100% for a good hour, hour and a half. And it's been a little less than a week with this phone. So far, the battery life on this phone is a huge bonus. Excuse me. Now the next part of my day is to go to the gym with the iPhone 17 Pro. What? Now I can't film in the gym, but that makes for a good test because I'll be listening to just strictly music. So I'll update you guys before I get into the gym at what my battery's at, and then I'll update you after to see what my battery's at. Makes sense? Made it to the gym with the iPhone 17 Pro. Nice. My phone is sitting at 92%, which, to be honest, is lower than I'd want it to be at. But I'm gonna go into the gym, listen to strictly only music. I'm gonna try not to use my phone that much, and then I'll come back and see if it's because I was doing so many things at once on my phone, or if the battery just sucks. Yeah, so horrible lift. I forgot my AirPods. But why don't I update you guys on the battery? 90%. So it went down 2% for the 35 minutes that I was in the gym. But that's all right. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make some food because you know what? If the gym wasn't good, at least the food will be good. I hope. All right, we are back at the house. Before I cook all of my meals, I usually prop up my MacBook and then watch Netflix or YouTube, Twitch, whatever it is. But instead today, we're going to prop up the iPhone 17 Pro Max. That never gets old. iPhone 17 Pro, my bad. Yeah, that never gets old. I wonder if I've said Pro Max a bunch of times and haven't caught it yet. If I ever say iPhone Pro Max and don't catch it, you guys gotta do a little counter. And then at the end, comment how many times I said Pro Max without catching Pro Max. Or maybe I haven't said it at all, and this is just a one-time thing. Another thing I do in the mornings is go through all my emails, TikTok, Instagram, pretty much any notifications that I have. I'll go through comment sections, reply to all of you guys, and on my iPhone 15, that would usually go down 5, 6, 7%. But on this phone, usually it just sits at 100 for quite a long time, but because I've been on Bluetooth and everything else this morning, it's gone down quite a bit. But surprisingly enough, we're only at 89. To me, this does feel a little bit low, but if I'm comparing it to my iPhone 15, I'd probably be at like 70%. Like actually, I'd be at 70%. But yeah, all right, stop letting me talk to you. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go make some food. So let's stop talking. Let's go make some food. Complimentary pet though. Complimentary pet. All right, current battery check. We're sitting at 87%. Hey, that's not too bad. We've watched Netflix, we've taken videos, we've listened to Spotify, we've been on our phone for a collective of maybe an hour and a half so far today. I woke up at 8, got out at 8:30, and now we're sitting down at 11:24. But right now, I got a few more things to do, reply to emails, edit a video, film videos, and while I do all of this, I'm not gonna plug in my phone, which is something that I would normally do, but to test this thing to its full capacity, we're gonna leave it unplugged. A little bit later, I will take this phone out to test the camera and all of its features. There's a better 4 times, 8 times, 12 times, and front-facing camera. If you haven't heard already, the new front camera is like a square sensor instead of whatever it was before, so it makes for wider front-facing photos, and you can actually film horizontal while your phone is still vertical, which is pretty cool. So we'll definitely test that out later. Here's just another close-up of the phone. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love the look of the cosmic orange. This year we got the silver, navy blue, and this beautiful cosmic orange, and I don't regret it a single bit. But let's listen to some music now and get to editing. All right, a little bit change of scenery. I just wrapped up a bunch of content from editing, filming, looking at all my other homies' content, which if you guys are watching it, keep it up. But now I want to take this phone out and try the new 4K 30 FPS ProRes log. I swear every year all the new camera settings end up being more of a mouthful. I went golfing a few days back and used the camera and the shots turned out amazing, but I'm gonna go back out, reshoot, maybe test some new kind of shots. This camera that I'm currently filming on is pretty much dead, so I'm only gonna have this phone to film on. We're gonna try the front facing, the back facing. But what better way to test everything than to go hit some golf balls at the park? So I brought wedges out, a 60 and a pitching, because I really need to work on my short game, because my short game is not good at all. So if you guys have any tips, do me a favor and drop them in the comments. By the way, this is the front-facing 4K 30 FPS, and it looks incredibly good, way better than my iPhone 15. The colors are amazing. Look at the quality in all of the clouds. Like, this is perfection. Beautiful. Honestly, looks so good. I don't know if you can see me, but the footage is now in log mode, so just little. Now the colors should look a little bit better. If you guys don't know what log is, basically it wipes all the colors, and then you, as the editor, get a clean slate for more diversity, and basically your own clean slate to do whatever you want. Oh man, I'm sucking now. Let me know what you guys think of how the footage looks. I have no idea if I'm in frame because I'm talking with the back of the camera. My phone was out here and I'm like, okay, well, my phone went down a good amount, but then I realized my phone has been lower than what it's at right now. So it was at 100 when I came out and I didn't think of anything of it, and now it's at 92. So it went down 8% after being in the sun and filming at 4K 30 FPS ProRes log for about 30 minutes, which, dude, that's not bad at all. If you guys plan on being content creators, honestly, I vouch for these cameras. These are amazing. I mean, you guys are gonna know how it looks, but I wanna see how it looks after I fully color grade it or, you know, whatever. So I guess let that be your deciding factor. But what's even crazier is that now I'm filming vertically, but it's horizontal. Rewind back to when I talked about the new Apple sensor. It's filming fully landscape mode, but my phone is still vertical. This is insane. Apple just keeps on innovating, guys. Hey, where's Samsung? Where's this at, huh? Something I have to talk about are the SD airdrop card speeds. I tried to airdrop from my phone to my computer and it took well over 30 minutes. And then when it finally airdropped, it was 14 gigabytes. 2 minutes of 4K ProRes log footage took 30 minutes and it took up 14 gigabytes. And I took over 10 videos. So Apple, that is definitely something you gotta focus on. This is the part of my day where I'm usually winding down. I'm either going over scripts for tomorrow or simply playing games and doom scrolling on TikTok. But instead of doing that, let's talk about the pros and the cons of this phone. But real quick, let me tell you that I have plugged in my phone because I've been on FaceTime for about 2 to 3 hours and my phone went from 30 to 19%. So I just plugged it in, but I'll get back to that in just a moment. This phone is noticeably sleek with its new ceramic coating, but it's not even close to my iPhone 15. With my iPhone 15, I would be so concerned that I would drop this phone when it didn't have a case on. However, with the 17 Pro, I would have a little more faith. And I say would have because I'm not going to yet. If we wanted to talk about the new A19 chip and how fast apps open, how fast games run, or even to how fast the phone renders me typing and sending text, I wouldn't say I noticed too much of a difference at all. Yes, the A19 performs faster than the A18, the A17, like all of these chips, yes. it performs faster. But on a day-to-day basis, will you really notice it? Probably not. Although one day I do want to try whatever Samsung phone is out at the time and its Snapdragon chip, because I heard those are absolutely insane. So if you guys have a phone with a Snapdragon chip, if you guys have a phone with a Snapdragon chip, let me know all of the benefits down in the comments, because I'd love to read them. One absolutely massive difference that I am noticing is that I'm not constantly looking back at my phone's battery to see if it needs to be plugged in. And the same goes for the cooling. This year, Apple added something that they've never added before called a vapor chamber cooling system, and it works. It works so well, I've had this much overheating. That's a 0, by the way, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, it's kind of great that Apple added something for the first time, and it works so great. Now the cons. What? Apple has cons? No way Apple's phone can have anything wrong with it, right? It's new. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't turn into a car or a house. And I can't even fly with this thing. Come on, man. I mean, these things are necessary. On a serious note, there are a few things that I would actually want changed. Like I said, AirDrop files need to be faster. I'm sure for the 1 megabyte JPEG pictures, yeah, those are fine, but trying to airdrop this large amount of footage, it takes a long time. Next is battery life on FaceTime, because if I'm not on FaceTime, my battery will go all day, and I won't even bat an eye. I literally won't think about it. But on FaceTime, if you guys are an avid person who is on FaceTime, you would definitely know. But if not, you know what? Doesn't apply to you. But other than that, a lot of it is just more software things that Apple should definitely worry more about. Sometimes it shouldn't be all about the looks. Thinner screens, thinner bezels, thinner phone. They went so thin this year on the iPhone Air that it only has one speaker. I can't believe people are buying the iPhone Air to test it for a day in the life, because realistically, $1,100 or whatever it is for it to only have one speaker, poor audio quality is enough for me. The 17 Pro is absolutely gorgeous though, and I love this thing. But if you guys made it this far, I really appreciate every single one of you watching. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers if we aren't already. Comment what phone you have below and I'll tell you if it's worth upgrading. Questions, concerns, comment down below. Appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.